I am growing over 100 pepper plants in 3 green stalks and a couple of 3-gallon containers. And I thought today would be a great day to tour the pepper garden. And stick around to the end because I have a special pepper plant I'd like to show you that I've been growing since 2023. Yep, she's ancient. Welcome to Finding Joy in the Garden. For context, these are my 2 pepper aisles, and I have 2 and 3-gallon containers in each of them. Each section has about 20 pepper plants. These 2 green stalks here, which are new for this year, have at least 20 to 24 pepper plants each. And this green stalk has at least 20 pepper plants. So that gives you roughly 100 plants, but I know there are more than that. So I will start off with the green stalks, and I have a lot of peppers growing in these green stalks. These are the original green stalks. They have 30 pockets, but I only have the top 4 tiers planted with peppers because rabbits like to eat my plants, and so I didn't put a lot of peppers at the bottom. At the top of this, I have serranos, and you can see some of them have started to ripen. These plants are laden with peppers. I don't know if you can see these, but so many peppers on these plants. I am due for a big old harvest, but I do want these serranos to ripen first. Look at those, just look at them. This is about to be a glorious harvest. It's so full, it's hard to turn around. So see, lots of peppers all the way up here. So the first layer, serranos. The second one, I have jalapenos, and you can see they're doing really well. Lots of jalapenos. I've been picking these to throw in salads and different foods I've been cooking. And then below them I have banana peppers, which mosquito. So banana peppers, which I have been picking as well for salads and for cooking. These are very productive, the banana peppers. And another layer of banana peppers. So this is a pretty simple green stalk, and in this one I do have a few more pepper varieties. This here is the red ghost pepper. Let's spin it around a bit. And I really shouldn't even be touching these, but see, I have at least 10 peppers so far on this plant, and this is July the 4th. This is the most beautiful to me. I don't know why, but this is the long, thin cayenne pepper. And you can see tons and tons of peppers just hanging off of this plant. Look at it. It's at the top, it feels like a crown. And I didn't even realize that this ghost pepper has extended all the way up here. There's a branch that's all the way up here. And it has like at least 15 peppers on it. I had no idea. This ghost pepper is doing fantastic in the green stalk. So it's one pepper. I did top it, and I know there's a lot of controversy about topping. I just topped it because I didn't want to have to do too much staking in my green stalks. So when I top my peppers, they tend to be a little sturdier. They do not grow as lanky. That's just me. You do what works for you in your garden. But it has 2 major stalks. This one here is the shorter one that I saw the peppers on, and didn't realize there were all these other peppers in here. That is crazy. I love it. Anyway, so that's the ghost pepper. That's one plant. And then this is the cayenne. Over here I have the ahi charapita peach, and I am so excited for this pepper because I did try to grow it last year, the regular ahi charapita pepper, and a rabbit ate it, and that's why I put it at the top of this green stalk, because I don't want to hear any stories about this plant. And you can see she is fruiting already. It makes these tiny little peppers. They're supposed to be very fragrant, about as hot as a cayenne pepper, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm so excited. There are so many flowers on there. I'm hoping to get a good harvest from this ahi charapita peach pepper. I think I have 2 plants. This one is even more mature, and look at that. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to spray this baby. If you don't know, this insect is called a leaf-footed bug, and I usually spray them with this soap and water mixture. See if I can get it. That didn't work so well. It came right at me. but that's what I use to control them. I have been spraying them and their offspring, and it works. You can see the carcasses of the babies I've sprayed. Ooh, that was interesting. So I hope you enjoyed watching me get attacked by a bug. But see this pepper? That's the ají charapita peach, and there are tons of peppers in there. This is very exciting. I'm excited about this pepper here. This pepper is, oh, this is the lipstick pepper. Okay, so this is the lipstick pepper, which is a sweet pepper, a sweet snacking pepper. So that spray works. Let me show you. This is one of the ones I sprayed, and it's not alive anymore, is it? The ants are eating it. I should probably take it off because I don't need these ants fed in my garden. But the lipstick pepper is supposed to be kind of like a lunchbox pepper, a snacking pepper. Never grown it before. So this is my first year. I'm excited to see what that one does. And this one here, I bought the seeds just because of the variegation in the leaves. This is a Ninfadora pepper, and it's like one of the wild variegated peppers. And I think this is one of the peppers from which they bred other variegated peppers. I don't see any variegation or striping on the peppers themselves, but the leaves are fantastic. I'm okay with that. This one looks like some kind of hot pepper, because look, that looks gnarly. You look gnarly. Are you a ghost pepper? Let's see. I have no idea what you are. That might just be a branch of, it's the branch of that ghost pepper, because she surely looks like a ghost pepper. I do have a lot of banana peppers still here on this green stalk. As you can see, these need to be harvested. There's so many of them. I need to get these off the plant so the plant can start making me other peppers. These are all, look at that, banana peppers. And I have been harvesting. You would think I haven't from all the peppers on here, but I have been. Now this is a rarer pepper. Rare. It's a ricotta pepper or manzano pepper, and it has purple flowers. The seeds of the pepper are supposed to be black. Let me see if I can move you around. This is the pepper flower. It's purple. And then the fruit is over here. Yeah, that's very pretty. The leaves do look a little different from the regular pepper leaves. And this is my first year successfully growing one, so I'm very excited to try the fruit of the manzano pepper. And let's move on to the pepper island. This is where I've traditionally grown my peppers. This is my probably third year growing peppers in these aisles. I've had them in containers. This year I did put up some of this chicken wire because I've had rabbits chop down my peppers. So this year I just a bit of protection, a bit of deterrence for the rabbits. So let's start over here. And I have a Tabasco pepper here. I haven't grown this pepper in, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years, because they are a pain to pick, but they're so pretty and they're very flavorful. So I did pick up 2 plants from the big box store. It was 2 plants in one container, and then I separated them. So I have this Tabasco pepper here, and then next to it I have an orange spice jalapeno pepper, which I don't see any fruit on. Oh, there's a little baby fruit on here, but it's a jalapeno type pepper, but they ripen to orange. I've grown the yellow spice jalapeno, and it was really beautiful. So we'll see how this one does. Over here, I believe this is a habanero pepper. This is a habanero pepper, so an orange habanero. Yeah, the fruit is on here. There's some bigger ones at the bottom, but you can't see them because they're shaded. And this is a Jamaican yellow pepper, Jamaican yellow mushroom pepper. And if you've never grown a habanero type pepper or Scotch bonnet type pepper and you just want a lot of hot peppers, I would recommend this one. It is very productive. It has tons of fruit in here. I've grown it a couple of years and I have loved the production. So if you're looking for one that's very productive, Jamaican yellow mushroom pepper is it for you. This is the second Tabasco pepper. And then this one is the red ghost pepper. I also bought a container that had 2 plants in it and separated them. So the one that was in the green stalk, and then this is the second one. And actually the one in the green stalk seems to be doing better than this one. It's kind of bigger, but this one has at least 20 fruit on it as well. So not bad at all. Look at that. Look at that. I've never grown the ghost pepper, so I don't think I'll be trying it alone, but I will be mixing it in my pepper sauce that I make with my peppers. Now here I have the calugarista pepper, and this is how the peppers look. They do get a bit bigger than this and then ripen to red. I got these seeds off of Baker Creek. And then I have more of that Jamaican mushroom, yellow mushroom pepper. Told you I love it. So I have 4 plants, this 1, 2, 3, and the other one there. And I'm gonna zip you around and show you some of my older peppers. These peppers, these ones here, all the way to the back, are overwintered peppers. I did not label them, so I can't tell you what all of them are, but when I see the fruit, I'll probably be able to tell. This one is not an overwintered pepper. This is the, I think it's the Boschkan. Let me see if I can, yeah, Botan Kosh. I'll put it up on this. I can't even read my writing. I'll put it up on the screen. But this pepper, I got the seeds from Baker Creek as well. It's supposed to be a rare pepper, and it looks like a bell type pepper. Can't be sure, but it's supposed to have a bit of heat if I'm not mistaken. So I'm interested to see how it does. The overwintered pepper I had in that container did not survive, so I put something else in its place. But a bunch of these peppers seem to be habanero type peppers. I don't know for sure what these are. This one is ripening. It's starting to ripen, so I'll be able to tell in a little bit. Initially, I had thought this was ají amarillo, but it continued to grow. It's too big, so I do believe this is the ají cristal pepper, which I do have some that I grew from seed this year, so I'm not mad at it. It does make these big peppers. They're beautiful, so I'm not at all annoyed. Over here, I have some kind of habanero pepper. I won't know until it ripens. I'm hoping it's the chocolate habanero because I do not have any chocolate habaneros in my garden this year. So I would be enthused to find out that's what it is. This one is a habanero type pepper, but I'm not sure if it's one I call the perfume pepper that a colleague gave me a few years ago. I hope it is because I have no more seeds for that one. And it's like a habanero type pepper without any heat. And then this one is some kind of Nigerian habanero pepper that ripens to yellow. I believe that's what this one is. Now let's go to the other aisle. These ones are all grown from seed this year, except for that thing that looks like a tree at the very end. I have the orange Lecia pepper over here, and I'm hoping that doesn't get sun skull because it's really in the sun without a shade. But I have 3 of those plants here. I threw in a pepino melon in here, so not everything in here is peppers. More of that ají cristal pepper. This is the Tunisian baklaudi pepper. Look at those leaf-footed bugs. Again, they're just everywhere. Ají cristal, yet again. And then these, I can't tell what these are. Wait, give me a second. Let's get the, oh, this is the Aleppo pepper. I didn't know it was making pepper. So this is the Aleppo pepper. That's what it says. We'll see. It kind of looks like a shishito to me. I hope it's not something that was mislabeled. And then these 4 plants here are the Nigerian yellow habanero pepper or Nsuka pepper. I'm not sure if they're all correct because I got some mislabeled seeds in the past, but this one here is an overwintered pepper which I grew in the Greenstalk last year, and as you can see it's a little too tall to be growing in the Greenstalk, so I overwintered it, and this is his 2nd year and it already has tons of ripe peppers. I had my mom check it for me because I wasn't sure if this was the right pepper, and I cut it open and had her smell it, and she said absolutely it's the right one, it's the right smell. So I'm so excited because this is like a spice pepper. It does have heat, but it's usually used for the smell, the taste, the fragrance of it. So I'm very excited. I've been trying to grow this for at least 4 or 5 years, and I'm excited to finally have it. All right, we're going to walk over to the other Greenstalk, but do you grow peppers in your garden? If you do, please leave me some of the favorite varieties you have, because I'm always buying new seeds and trying out new peppers. So this here is the last Greenstalk that I planted with peppers. And oh, you see the little lizard? This little lizard lives in here. Every time I come here, she's here. Anyway, so this at the top, I have some snacking peppers. This is, I believe, the yellow or red biquinho pepper, and it's really small. This is pretty much the size it'll grow to, and then it'll ripen to either yellow or red from the ones I got. Last year I grew the purple one or black one, I don't remember, but it grew a little too lanky, did not produce until the end of the season, so I'm not growing it this year. But this one is very productive. You can see all these peppers. You see that? Tons and tons of peppers. And so I have that interspersed in there. I have some purple perfume pepper here, and it is starting to produce, but it's mostly the ají, not the ají, come on now, the biquinho peppers that are at the top. There is a big purple perfume. Let me turn it around so you can see it. Over here, it has lots of flowers on it. Don't see any formed fruit. This pepper is the lunchbox pepper, and it's a snacking pepper, and you can see it's ripened. I need to pick it. I just thought it was too pretty. I didn't want to pick it, and I'm paying for that because see this here? It looks like a disease. This is sun scald, and it's been so hot. It's like 96 degrees. Feels like 112 to me. It's hot and humid, and the pepper did not appreciate the direct sunlight on its surface, so it got a burn. So it needed some sunscreen, and I didn't give it to it. So this is a sunburn called sun scald, and I'm going to pick this off and just cut this part off, but I wanted to show you. But there are like let me see, 3 ripe peppers in here, 2 that are ripening. It has a stem that is going all the way up here, making more peppers. So lunchbox red, and I do have a lunchbox orange, which is making peppers but hasn't ripened any yet. In here I also put a habanero type pepper. This one is falling off, but I have habaneros in here. So if you want hot, you want sweet, whatever you need, I've got it on this Greenstalk. See that? And below here, I know I'm going to regret this when it comes time to pick, but these are Thai peppers, and I bought 1 container that had 2 peppers in it. So if you're buying peppers from the big box store, try to look for one that has more than 1 pepper in it and separate it. Worst case scenario, you lose a pepper, but I've only had 1 that didn't work. So I have now 2 plants, and you can see it's just spanning the entirety of here. These are all tons and tons of little itty bitty peppers that I will not be pleased to pick, but they are very pretty. Just as an ornamental plant, this is gorgeous. Looks really good. Now let's go see that pepper plant I was telling you about. I have a pepper plant I've been growing since 2023, and I've been overwintering it. So I garden here in Georgia, zone 8A. Peppers do not survive winter here, but I have been taking this indoors into an unheated garage since 2023, and here it is. It is ripening peppers. Here in July I have a ripe red habanero, and if you know, habaneros like to take their time making and ripening peppers, but you can see it has tons and tons of peppers on it, and some of them are already ripening. So this old lady right here is 4 years old now. She's in her 4th year, and I'm going to be taking her in again next year to see how long I can keep this pepper plant going. So thank you so much for joining me in the garden to tour my pepper plants in containers. If you would like to watch a pepper harvest video, click on this video. Or for a playlist of all things peppers in my garden, click on this video. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe for more videos like this. And until next time, may you always find joy in your garden and your life. Bye, garden friend. These leaf-footed bugs are a menace.